Quilters. It's T with Teaquilts, and we're here today to do live sewing chat. Although I'm going to do a haul and then go into chatting after that. Make sure my mic is on. Yes, want to make sure it's connected. So we're going to wait for a few people to get in here. I'm going to pull you all up on my phone here so I can read the chats. And hope you all are having a great Saturday so far. I had to reboot my phone. I had it cut off. It was charging. So we got a minute here. And my glasses seems like they're dirty. I twisted my hair, so maybe they got in some of the product got on my glasses. All right. Let's do a search here. All right. Alrighty. So I hope you all are having a great day. I've had a very long day, but it's always a great day. I had an even longer yesterday, so we're going to talk about that as well. Trying to figure out, like, why is it appearing so dark in here? Hold on. Maybe cut this light on too. See if that helps any. Let's see. Alrighty, so we've got Maddie Barnum here. Hello, T and everyone. Thanks. I received my package nicely wrapped as usual. I remember, thumbs up. So thank you, Maddie. Teresa McCormick says, good Saturday evening to all. Delia Short says, hi, T, and happy Saturday. Betsy is here saying, hi, T. Was great to see you today. Enjoyed Scrap Club. Hello to all T quilters. So as you all see, I have on my T Quilt Scrap Quilting Club t-shirt. So we did have that today. It's always a joy to do that. I got home about 10 o'clock last night, unpacked my car, and got something to eat. And then, set an alarm so I can get back up early so I can go to Scrap Club. So it's been a long couple of days. Vivian Calvi saying hi to everyone. Wash your hands. Hello, everyone. From Brenda Foley as well. Melinda C. saying also got her thumbs up. So thank you. Let's see. Tiffany's Quilting Live. Hey, Mrs. T. Hi, everyone. Hey, Tiffany of Tiffany's Quilting Live. Hope you're doing great as well. Saw your video today on your hauls. Pretty cool. Susan Baker says hi, T and everyone. Joe Carmel Perkins says, hey, Miss T and fellow quilters. Harriet Susan Franklin says hi, T and all quilters. Kevin the Quilter's going, hey, Miss T and all T quilters. Margaret Dearden saying hello, everyone, and Miss T. June Hanson, hi T and all. Darcy Savali, hi T and everyone. Give T a thumbs up, everyone. So thank you, Darcy. Welcome to the chat. Rose Hinton's here. Francis Jackson's, hello T and everyone. I received my package today. Thanks a lot. You are so welcome. And I think the package you got was donated by Tom Eckery. Melissa LePage is here. Good evening, T and everyone. Let's see. Sue GSD. Hello, T and fellow quilters. Please don't forget to pay the rent. Yes. Shirley Peters is here waving hello. And Mary F is here saying hi, quilty friends. Yes. Francis Jackson saying special thanks to Tom for the donation. Becky Bramlett says hello, everyone. Wash your hands says I'm having a great Saturday. I'm working on a tote bag, so that's awesome. Tiffany's eating dinner. Sheila Willis says good evening, T and Teaquilters. And Kathleen Champs here. Hello, T and everyone. Trying to get everybody. Remo JS, good evening, Miss T and Quilters. Thumbs up. Yes, 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 yes. Miss Vivian, I sent you a message. I don't know if you ever responded back. I don't remember seeing a response, but let me know what's going on with that. T. Roberts is here saying evening, all quilters. So like that says hello, everyone. Praying that everyone is doing well. Silverita James also says hi, T and everyone. Welcome back. I haven't seen your name in a while, I think, unless you're just watching uploads. Cute Lady Corpru says, good evening, all. Playing with my new machine and hanging out with you guys. So good luck and congratulations on your new machine. Cynthia Shea, evening, all from Chicago. Phyllis G, hi, T and everyone. Amali J, hello, Miss T and Quilters from Oxon Hill, Maryland. I hope all is well with you. Having a great, great day. Bonita Nancy's here going, hey, Miss T and everyone. And I think that's it. So for right now. So let's see. Wednesday, I did finish Paula's quilt that night. And then, or did I finish it Thursday? I think I finished it Thursday. And then Kevin is making my daughter's quilt for the shower. I opted not to make my daughter's quilt because she drives me crazy with picking out fabrics. And it's so funny because she just let Kevin do whatever he wanted. And that's why I don't really like sewing for custom family orders. My daughter drives me nuts with that. So I try to get around it. And she swears that she's not, but then as soon as you get involved, it all changes. But Kevin made a really pretty quilt, so I ended up quilting it Thursday because Kevin switched up the game plan on me Thursday. I had Gil meeting Thursday night. I'll talk about that a little bit more. And Kevin decided about in the middle of the day that we were going to do shop hopping on Friday. And we'll talk about shop hopping because I have a haul, so we'll get caught up on how many shops we've been to. But that meant that I spent the rest of my Thursday, I was trying to finish quilting that quilt so I could give it back to him so he can finish it because it's his gift to her, not mine. And so I wanted him to finish it, wanted him to present it, for his wrapping, how he wants to present it. And so I was making sure I got it back to him since I was going to see him the next day. And as I'm doing that, then orders start coming in. So now I got all these orders I got to process. And I look up and it's 3 o'clock. And I'm thinking, okay, it's 3 o'clock. I can go to bed until 4:30, thinking I had to wake up at 4:30. No, I had to meet Kevin at 4:30. And so I realized about 4:15, I'm like, you need to get out of this bed because you only got 15 minutes to leave this house. So because it was early in the morning, I was about 10 minutes late leaving when I was supposed to leave. But because traffic was early AM, I actually beat Kevin there because I didn't have the traffic. We have a lot of construction going on in the St. Louis County area. So we got one of our major interstates all screwed up from one end to the next. So you don't know how long you're going to be on that highway. But I met him. We done an awesome job. Kevin planned for us to visit 7 shops. We actually visited 8 of them. So now we only got 2 shops left in that region. And then we've got 11 shops in the far region that we have not done any shops. I don't think Kevin's going to be able to do any more shop hopping. But guys, I'm at 57 out of 70 shops. I got 13 more shops I need to go to. So I'm going to have to figure out a way for me to do these last ones by myself. And I may have to end up doing an overnight somewhere as well. So I am going to have to try. I don't think I will ever do all Missouri again because it's just way too much. It's too many miles apart. I have really enjoyed this shop hop, though. I've learned a lot about all the places. And then you got to remember, not everybody participate in the shops. We know some shops that we missed that were not in this shop hop. Even Angela's shop is not in the shop hop. So yeah, but learned a lot. Um, learned that just because you're in the country doesn't mean you don't have a great quilt shop. Some of the best ones that we saw were in the country on a farm. So yeah, so I really enjoyed this. I think I do want to finish it because finishing with 13 left to me doesn't make sense. And actually, I'm missing one sticker and a piece of paper because we went on a day where one shop was closed. We just took a picture in front of the building. So I'm hoping if I do all other 69 that they will give me credit for that one shop. So that's what I'm looking at. The problem is that the area that I'm going to, I got some shops that does not open on Monday or Tuesday. They all start opening on Wednesday. So that's a problem when you're trying to do stuff. So I can't go anywhere Wednesday because I got to do the block of the month draw. And so it looks like I'm going to be out Thursday and Friday, and I needed to be somewhere Thursday, but I look like I'm going to be missing that again on Thursday night. So it is what it is. So um yeah, I'm gonna try to get these last 13 shops in by myself, and like I said, I'm gonna have to do an overnight somewhere. So I'll just plan it as I go. Let's see. um Sharon Lewis is here saying, "Hey, T and Quilters, happy Saturday." Paula S is here saying, "Good evening, T and Quilt friends." Um, Sivarita says, "I have been fortunate to catch your live chats in the last few weeks, so that's awesome." She says, "Love my fat quarter bundles. Don't want to use too pretty." Yes, they are some pretty fabrics. I've been getting that from a lot of the people that have been purchasing them. And then some of people are asking me, "What are you doing with them?" I'm like, maybe they not watching my channel, but I've showed y'all so many different patterns on here. I've done scooch over 2, take 5. I've done the bento box. Um, there's some other things that I'm working on I haven't even showed yet, and it's because I haven't been able to work on them, and I didn't necessarily want to do a video on it. I just want to present it when it's done, but I need to make a whole lot more blocks because all I made was my test blocks, and I got like 11 blocks done, and I got like some pieces cut and ready to sew. But yeah, so I got lots of stuff I want to do, and yeah. Sharon says, "Hi, Kevin. Have you tried the $12 starch yet?" Yes, he did try that. And I don't know if Kevin's in the thing yet. So, um, so I'll wait for his response on that. Thank you, T. I'll check for an invoice. Okay. And the reason why I haven't mailed your quote, because I got to get your mailing rate back to you, is because I haven't been at home or at the right hour so I can tape it. I went outside to tape. The sun has completely changed because of how early it is getting dark now. So I got to figure out when I can record now. And I went outside after 3 o'clock and it was too late. So I'm going to try tomorrow at noon, start looking at noon to see if I can go out there and just get a picture of it so I can have it for my next video. So that's what's going on with that. And I'm hoping that I can get it in the mail on Monday. Sivarita says, "I don't care for family custom requests. I like to take my time." Um, oh, um, goals achieved. Yes, Kevin says, "I'm going to be cheering Miss T on to get to the rest of the shops done. I have too many family obligations to get it done." So, I didn't even want to do this shop hop initially. Because Kevin started out with, "Let's do the whole state." So they're kind of like, "Are you crazy? 70 shops?" Um, but I will have to say there's very few shops, like 3 or less, that I have not like enjoyed, and that's only because It was not because it wasn't a good shop, it was because it wasn't my fabric type. But I've talked with those owners in those said 3 shops or whatever, well, 2 of them anyway, in 2 shops, and, they were really nice people. I love what they did with their shops. Both of them were very nice. It just wasn't my fabric, and so there is nothing that you can do. That's not a bad mark on the shop for what they were selling. Like, it was one was mostly reproductions, like 99% of it was reproductions. She had an extensive selection of reproductions if that's what you were in, and maybe the people in her area, that's what they were into. So, I mean, she's still in business. Her space is still there. She looked like she's doing fine. So somebody is buying the fabric. She was in an actual storefront and she moved it onto the farm for other different reasons I had talked about when I did my haul there. But yeah, it's a great shop for those that like reproductions. I actually still bought something there. She didn't the I found something in the 1%. I bought the panel that says something about if you see the fabric, just buy it or something like that. I can't remember what the quote was on that panel, but I bought 2 panels from her, and I got found a dollar pattern in her clearance section. So you're not gonna like every place just because of fabric, but that doesn't mean that it's not a great quilt shop. Dee Dee Hanson here from Michigan. Hey, Dee Dee. Jason Lewis here. Good evening and happy Saturday tea and all tea quilters. Um, Thank you. She says, I like your shirt tee. Nice blue color. Thank you. Um, and Kevin is answering the question about the starch. I just wanted him to type something before I read it out, or because I already know his answer. We talked about that on the road. He's saying that I did try it and I'm not a fan. Way too costly for a product that doesn't do to fabric what I need it to do. And if you all know, Kevin likes his fabric heavily starched. It makes for a better cut, especially when you're die cutting. And so he does not like that starch. It was like buying a bottle of scented water almost. Sue is asking me, do you happen to know if my block came in time? Thanks. I think my husband checked mail today. Nothing came in. Yesterday I got home and somebody, Cassandra Williams, I think, or Crystal Williams, I can't remember the first name. Williams is the last name. Package had come, and I don't remember. I don't think we checked it Thursday. I think so far we got like 20 or 21 people with 40 blocks. So I will be doing 2 draws for this one because it's a simple block, and some people did more than one. I only did one, I think. I did blocks. I did 3 blocks, but I'm like keeping one. I think maybe I don't know. I might give my block up and make me another one maybe. I don't know. But anyway, right now we got 40 blocks that have been submitted that I can count. And I am going to split them in half. And since this is an easy block to do, I figured this might be one where if you want more blocks, it's easy for the person to make more blocks. If you want more than 20, and then you can make the quilt bigger because it's so easy to do. But I will be doing that. But that starch was called Flatter. I forgot to say that. I'm sorry. Can someone send me pictures of the block? Still not on Facebook. I thought Paula S. I thought Joe Carmel said that she was gonna send them to you or something like that, but I guess that was missed. I tell y'all that things when it happens in this chat, when we get off, we forget. I forget everything. That's why I don't make commitments in chat anymore. I can't remember what I said in chat, and when I go back and watch the replay, I'm looking at it via Roku, and so I don't get the chat on that. So yeah, it's a little bit more difficult. Melissa saying your hair looks very pretty like that. Thank you. Ooh, When will you post the next block? When I get it edited. Hopefully I'll be editing tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't been at home. I got a few things I need to do to check off my list on Sunday and Monday. Hopefully one of those days when I can get it done at this point. Uh if it came, I would have posted it in the group unless I missed posting. But on in the group, I'll be putting up a name. I'll be putting up a list of names of who all blocks I received in the group at some point. I just got to get to my desk to type it. So we'll all know whose blocks are in. Zandra Oldham is here. Angela Stringer. Brenda Foley says she only used a flatter on the folded crease works. And that's what I use wrinkle remover for. Vivian Cabby says my block came back. I will try next time. Oh my God. If please note in the swap group that I have a guideline sheet. You should be using the guideline sheets. It's a featured post in the group. So if you're on a device, you need to click on featured to go into the featured post section. And it has a guidelines post in there. And it has my mailing address. A lot of people are using a street address to send to me. That street address is not going to get you to what you need because you got to put the box number. That's still my P.O. box address. It's just a street address for people that ship via UPS and FedEx. I have since taken that address out of my videos, my recent videos, say like the last 2 weeks, because I put it in there. Sometimes YouTube, it seems like YouTube has taken out a line or something because I know I've never put that in there without having the P.O. box number of 38205. So if you just putting down Dunklin Drive or whatever the magical address is, and you don't put a number after that, a P.O. box number, it's not going to make it to me. So I think that's probably what happens. In the guidelines, I have the actual just mail to this P.O. box. And it's very straightforward because you're not going to be shipping those via UPS or FedEx. So UPS and FedEx don't ship to P.O. boxes. So please note the address on the guidelines. That's probably why I was returned, and I'm sorry that happened. All right. So let's get started. We're going to be here 2 hours, but I still got lots of stuff to do. Okay, so let's just start with this. This is not a purchase that I made. Now, I did ask my older quilter today how old she is. She's actually 96. So I had her 2 years older than she is. So she's 96 years old. And she came to Scrap Club. We've been meeting since April, and she hasn't come. So it was kind of a surprise to see her come. One of the other ladies picked her up and brought her with her. And she comes into the meeting with more stuff that she's picked out for me. Okay. And she gave me a 12.5-inch scrub ruler. She had asked me if I needed one. I said, yeah, because I've been having rulers in different rooms, and especially since I've been making bags, because I got my brother set up on my dining room table right now. And so I've been transferring important rulers back to various rooms based on what I need. So I'm glad she gave me that. She brought that. This pattern I wanted because my daughter is into elephants. And so it has about 3 or 4 different elephants on here. So I thought I would take that. I'm not going to actually do this pattern. I just want the elephant templates. And then I'm going to take it and pass it to somebody else in the Scrap Quilting Club. But this is called Critters Circus. Designs for Machine Applique by Deborah. This is Deborah Conchinzi. Right there. So this is pretty cool. So it's Critters Circus. Um, Paula, I'll probably see if I can send you Joe Cormel's email address. And then she had these jelly roll strips that she just put a rubber band on. And she gave me these. So I have no idea what's in here, and I did not unwrap it, but I can see some of the color in here. I don't even know how many. Again, you just take stuff and say thank you. And then she goes, well, I found some stuff out on my back porch and that you didn't look through. And so I know you like color. So I pulled out all these. Now, if that's not enough color, I don't know what to do. She's pretty funny. But these are really pretty. Again, these are all old fabrics. This is from 2010. So I'm not going to be reading any salvage information on this fabric. But this salvage says it's 2010. It's not going to be available, most likely. So that's pretty. Piece of purple. Thank you, Silveretta and Remo. And then this is a pretty floral. I'm going to open it up. Open it up just so you can see it because it's right in the fold. Gorgeous fabric. A colorful batik. It's got all kinds of colors and it's changing up. You ain't going to be able to see it all, but some of the colors are right here more because that was cut. So here we go. Pretty fabrics. She says she had bought them on some trip that she was on and she just never got a chance to use them. Well, you know, I'm doing that now. I buy stuff on a trip. But look at this gorgeous stripe. That is just a pretty stripe. Just gorgeous. Poppies will put her to sleep. And this one I really love too. It's different, but I really love it. And these fabrics I had never seen before. All of them. Gorgeous. So that's it in this bag. I'm going to leave that ruler out because it's made a big hole in here. Thank you, everybody. Thumbs up. Step out. Step back in. It's so your love and support. Thank you, Remo. All right. Quilt Gill. I'll talk about this in a second. Quilt Gill. Had Quilt Gill meeting on Thursday where we had the optional block draw. For those that are not part of the Teaquilts group, I will show you. I was trying to find a block from my friend. Maybe he didn't put his name on them. I don't know. Let me see if he put his name on them. See, I didn't have the Gill put their name on their blocks. This is one right here because it's got my name on the back. But this is a block here that Kevin made. He wasn't sure if he was going to come to the Gill meeting or not, and so he had blocks, but he didn't want to win. So Kevin actually made 3 blocks. And he said, put your name on them. I don't care. So I put my name on 3 blocks, and then I made a block. So I had my name on 4 blocks. And guess what? I had somebody else pull it, and guess whose name came out? So I won the draw for the blocks, and I got 23 blocks from maybe 20 people, something like that. I can't remember. It must have been more than that because one girl made 6. So it must be like 17 or 18 people, something like that. But I won. So yay. No, you put your name on the ones that are in the Teaquilt swap, Kevin. That's what you put your name on. You didn't put your name on all of them. You put your name on the ones you made 3 for Teaquilt swap, and then you made 3 for Flower Valley swap. But yeah, So yeah, I don't ever win drawings, and then the first month that I'm up in charge of the optional block, who wins? I know they think it was set, but it's like I didn't do it. I just put my name in for the blocks that I submitted. So that was pretty funny. So that's one thing. People are saying congrats. Those blocks are pretty. Yeah, and it's I didn't even talk about it. I'll make the video public now on this block so you all can get the information about this block and also how to make it. I did modify this from the original pattern because it had an off size and I wanted it to be an even size. So it'd be easier numbers in your head. So I did change it just a little bit. But I will be putting this information out as a public video, and then what I'll do is I'll put it in the community. I'll link it in the community thing because I don't know if it's going to notify you when it goes public because it was a private video for a month. So that's what that is. That's our optional block number 1. And I'll be opening all of the ones that I received up on next Wednesday. And it's one of those quilts that are quick and easy. Kevin, I forgot that we had one more shop to mail us a block from Columbia. It doesn't say which one on the outside. What's on here? Oh, it's actually Jefferson City, but it was mailed out of Columbia. It's the specialty quilts and fabric. So I didn't even know we were missing one of these. So her block says the one that dies with the most fabric wasted a lot of time. There you go. So I'll take one of these and put this back over here into the stack that I keep forgetting to mail to Kevin. But I have them. All right. Do have them. And Paula says she's going to use that block for some charity quilts. So easy. So we'll have fun choosing colors. Yes, because if you make it in a particular colorway, you can make it in 2 or 3 different colors. It's going to be pretty. You can make it in a Christmas prints. You can make it for Halloween. It's going to be pretty if you theme it out any kind of way you want, patriotic. Or you can just go total scrappy like what we did here and have fun with that too. So at our guild meeting, we also had a speaker that was a QuiltWorks certified instructor. And so they did a presentation on that. So she had a couple, she brought some stuff. Of course, you don't bring everything, but whatever pattern she bought, she gave 30% off. So this was $47.50 originally for the kaleidoscope. So I ended up buying it. It's a quilt that ended up 68 inches square. And since it was 30% off, I did that. It made it 30 something. I'm not going to do numbers tonight. And then she also had 6 fat quarter Cafe bundles. And these right here are the prints. Right there. And these were only $6. So they were less than $2 a bundle. So I went ahead and bought those. And then she had creamsicle line. It's the dots with the silver metallics. So let me count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 12 fat quarters here at $25 for all the fat quarters. And like the creamsicles are just metallic silver dots. And they're by Hoffman Boutique. So they are boutiques. Although it doesn't look like it, but they are. They're like the plain boutiques. And then they like put the same color dot in different color families and then put silver dots on top of that. So I thought these would be great neutrals for something. And since they were all together in one bundle, I went ahead and got those. And the last thing that I bought, she had this panel that is a raven. And it was only $6. And I thought I have a Halloween quilt that I need to quilt for myself. And I thought that this would be really pretty as the back and then I can build around this for the back of my quilt. And that's a lot of fabric for just $6. That if I was, it's preventing me from having to buy a lot of yardage. So now I can just use whatever I got. I don't need to have a whole lot of yardage and just fill around this and have a nice backing for the back of a Halloween quilt. Thanks, Damali. Damali says, hold on. Yeah, I'll give them to you, Kevin, the next time we eat together. And Teresa said that she didn't put her names on her blocks yet. Some of y'all did not. I put a little asterisk by your name. And I wrote your name on the back of your blocks. And the reason is because I know that when I start doing these blocks, because I had so many, I said I'm going to get confused next week. So I took everybody's blocks out of the outer packaging for shipping. And that way I don't have to worry about somebody's address showing. And then I looked on the back of your block to see if you had put your name on there. If you did not, I wrote your name on the back of your block. So all of the blocks at this point have names on the back. So when I'm holding them up, I can see the name and tell who made a particular block instead of me trying to futz with the envelopes, getting things in and out of envelopes. I figured with 40 blocks, I needed to be more efficient than that. So everybody's name is now on the back of your block. So you are okay. Winona Mixon is here, says, hi, Miss T and everyone. Sorry I'm late. Just joined. Glad to be here. Well, hey, welcome to the chat. You all are welcome. It's no big deal. The only problem I had was, I think it was Brenda and Billy. They put theirs in the same envelope and both of them made two. I don't know who made which two. I just put names on the back of the blocks. I didn't care. So I know that's not going to be right, like officially right, but they both made two blocks. So that's all that matters. But yeah, so that's this haul from going to Quilt Guild. I don't have to just go to quilt shops, okay, to spend money, apparently. All right. Showed that. Okay. So we're going to do shop hop. No, I'm going to do shop hop last. Because I found another African fabric supplier and I did one of those test orders. I ordered 5 pieces, about 30 yards. I ordered more than 30 yards. I know that. Probably about 35 yards, something like that. Hey, Rhonda Barlow. I ordered like about 35 yards of fabric, 5 pieces, something like that. But I like to order from companies. I like to see how they gonna send me stuff, how it's gonna be presented. And when I opened the box, this was just folded in there, just like this. That's how they shipped it to me. Okay, so then when I open it up, this is how it looks. And it's all folded on the wrong side. And it is, and I say the wrong side because 2 of the prints, this is what I'm having difficulty with when purchasing online versus purchasing in person, is that I can't see it myself. And on this particular fabric, there is a definite right and wrong side. So this would be definitely something that would want to be used in quilting, not to make an outfit. You could make an outfit if you're going to line the inside, but you don't want to be doing headscarves because you got to make sure your fabric's always on the right side. However, it's one of those fabrics that you got to be really looking at some points to tell that it's the wrong side. I'm just used to looking at them, so it's a red eye. It's a bold statement to me when I see it because I'm used to looking at in cars all the time. So this one here has a number of 260 on it. So that is this particular print. It still will be used for quilt blocks and such. It just can't be, like, I would make it into fat quarters to make sure nobody is using it for headscarves and clothing. But other than that, it's fine. Other than how they rolled and presented this to me. Wrong side. sloppy folding. So that's one. That's number 260. Number 261 is the same thing. It's a front and back side. However, I just love these hexagons here. And this one I refolded myself because it was so bad that I couldn't even bring it in here. It would have just been this like ball of fabric. I don't even know how they got it into the package the way this stuff was folded up. But they did some kind of way. But this is number 260. And then the other ones are Ancaras. And there was nothing on their website to distinguish between one Ancara and the next. And this one is a wax one, and it's actually waxed on both sides. So it doesn't even have a wrong side being waxed. Most wax prints have a right and wrong side. And I'm going to turn this upside down because it's crowns, and I just want you to see that. Just very beautiful. This one's number 263. You know why there's no 262? Because I thought I started numbering at 261. And I thought I had already used 262. And here I am realizing I got 260 and 261. I didn't even know it until somebody had told me. So that's one. That is an Ankara though. I'm trying to get this string that's hanging off of it because they tear fabric. Again, the same company. So that's 3. Here is number 4 from that same company. I don't know what this is. I just love the colors. It's kind of like medium blue, sapphire type of blue, navy blue, white, and then lime green. It's very pretty. And this one is number 264. Okay, this is the last one from this company. It's number 265. Again, the wrapping is just horrible. And so here is one side of it, and then I open it up. See all the stuff hanging here. This is just horrible how I wouldn't present something to somebody like this. And so this is a print like that. It's got a light part that goes gradually into dark. So the colors just reverse themselves as you're going through the fabric. It's very pretty though. And it is an Ankara. That's 265. And then I bought 4 from my old supplier. And just let me show you the difference in presentation. See there? This is how fabric should be coming. Not how they got it. Okay. This is number 266. I just like the colors in this. And the geometric shape of it. The diamond. Just very pretty. 266. This one is 267. I mostly like the color, and then I'm actually going to probably use this in a border if I keep it for myself because I'm going to be using those bands. Those are going to be borders. So I probably would keep like 3 yards of this to do that with. Very pretty. And I'll put it up close so you can see it. Right there. But I love the bands on here. What number was this one? 267. And then 268, I think I bought this one before. It sold out, so I bought some more. It's a border print. It looks the same on both sides. But it sold out, and I didn't get any, so I got some more of this one. Very pretty. And then this one here is 269. So that was 268 that I just showed. This is 269. I got the tag on this side, and it's I need to open it out too far away just so you can see it. So this is $2.69. I love that blue in the background. And I'm going to now just fold it so you can see part of it a little closer. So you can see some details. But that's it for the African print, so I can get those out the way. All right, African prints are done. All right, shop hop. I used the Aldi bag this time. All right, trying to figure out which way did I even start. We'll just go to the front. I'm not sure if it's in order, but we'll try. All right. I don't even remember the first store we went to. Isn't that crazy? Oh, we went to Stover, Missouri, because they opened at 7:30, but we got there at 8. I was like, you all open at 7:30? And the first store in, Stover has, I accidentally found Stover years ago by accident, the quilt shop. I'll give you the name in a minute. I've lost my screen here. Thanks, Joe Carmel. Rich Rutley has come in. Welcome. Heather is here as well. Guess who? Nancy. Thanks, Winona. She's reminding people to give me a thumbs up. Joanne Parker saying she agreed with Joe Cormel. Very pretty fabrics. So, yeah. So, we went to the store in Stover. Let me get the information here. Is this the right one? Yeah. Because it can get messy real quick up in here. All right, this is Stover Quality Quilting. And what they have been doing for years is machine quilting people's quilts. And when I remember going in there, it just looked like, could have been like Mennonite-ish type people, like people plainly dressed. And they were sitting at these frames that dropped from the ceiling, and they were moving the frame, an old style free motion quilting that's very similar to the John Flynn frame. Okay. But in this case, the machine is set, you're facing your machine and the thing is going this way, and it is like 12, 14 feet long, and they got this thing on chains and it moves back and forth as they're quilting it. So it's kind of weird. I know that I probably could never quilt that way, but that's how they quilted for a long time when it first came up with machine quilting. But very nice shop. They have since, when I went, it was more like a warehouse because it was mostly just machine quilting, and then they sold some quilting stuff. And now they're really into a full-fledged quilt shop, and they have boxed off the quilting area. They only have one of those systems, and they don't really use it anymore. She says they have 3 long arm machines that they now quilt on. So again, the one thing I liked about the Missouri Shop Hop is most of the owners are actually in the store working. And so you are actually meeting shop owners at most of these places. So and Vivian talking about pray for me. This fabric is driving me crazy. I'm like, what's wrong with Miss Vivian? I see pray for Vivian. But anyway, I went in there, and of course, when you talk to owners, you learn what's going on. She took us on a tour. She didn't have to go talk to us and do all that stuff. I was the one that mentioned, I think I've been here, but it looks different. I thought it was a machine quilting place. And she says it is, but it's in the back. I said, can I see it? You know, I don't even know what the back looks like, but the back is open to the public. That's actually where their clearance stuff was. So that was real important to me because that's where I found some stuff. This fat quarter wasn't in clearance, but it was a very pretty batik. I had never seen it before, so I just wanted a little piece of it. And most of the stuff she had in fat quarters, you could have also purchased by the yard. But I'm like, Teajuana, just get a piece. You'll be all right. Her blocks is, they were celebrating 80 years from 1942 to 2022. So that's how long they've been machine quilting with them old frames. And she says 80 years, the quilting journey continues. And she actually wrote that in. The quilting journey continues. But that was really nice. It was a really nice place. The owner was really nice. The only thing bad about the place is she was so nice. And she was taking us everywhere, telling us everything. It was like we couldn't get out of there fast because she was just so nice. And the great thing was that the next store opened at 9, and we had to drive a little bit, just a little bit, to get to it, so it gave us time to get there as well. But yeah, but she wasn't gonna let us go easy. I didn't buy this from her, so I bought that. I bought these 2 pieces of fabric. I bought this piece of fabric here. I bought a yard of this. It's called Groovy Stars, and y'all know that I'm into the black stuff, so I'll tell you the salvage information in a minute. But it's a little bit different stars, where the stars are kind of changing colors a little bit. And let's see if it's got salvage information on here about what it is. And it's Timeless Treasures. I should have known that. And it's just called Star, and the number is C8713. And that's it. But it's really pretty. So I don't know how old it is or what, Most of the shops we went to were in the country this time. And then the last thing I bought from her, I bought 3 things. 1, 2, 3. It's this stripe. So this fabric here was $11. It was regular price. It was not on sale. It was $11. And then Kevin found this stripe that we both liked. And so I got a yard. I don't know what Kevin got. You'll figure it out when he does his haul. It's called Geo Metro, and it's a weird, it's top drawer. I've never heard of this. It's 37 lines is the name of it. I've never heard of this fabric company. This fabric is very, very nice fabric. I don't know anything about this. I'm going to have to look them up and just to see if they are a USA company or somewhere else. But this is very nice feel to this fabric. So at that store, first store, I'm in the car. I'm only buying buttons. So all of this buttons cost $29.04 with tax. Okay. That's buttons. Oh, we went to McDonald's. This is the McDonald's receipt. So you got to eat. $13 for a McDonald's meal for both of us. So now I got to get to the next shop. I got the county registers. I found those in places, so I got a couple of those as I was going along. All right. Wait a minute. I'm wondering if these patterns. Is these patterns on here? It says 3. Yes, they are. Moon Glow is a pattern that was $9, and it was on sale for $2 off, so I paid $6. So this came from Stover too with that $29.04. Moon Glow pattern by GE Designs. And then I also purchased by Maple Island Quilts Jagged Edges, and Jagged Edges cost so Moon Glow cost $7.13. Jagged Edges cost $6. Sorry, it was 30% off of clearance, I think, is what it was. All right. Whew, getting mixed up already. The next shop we went to was at the Lake Quilt Shop in Warsaw, Missouri. I shop faster than I sew. And it's got the little sharp shopping cart full of fabric. My screensaver is back on again. The directions for the optional block, the video will be, I'll put a link out to the video. I'll release it I'll try to remember after I get off live, but I ain't promising. But it will be done by Monday or Tuesday because I'm going to be uploading another video for the second block that's private. If you're wanting to join the optional block group, you need to Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle me $5. There's a $5 joining fee. That $5 does not stay with Teaquilts. What it does is it helps with shipping of the blocks. Like some months I'm going to be having 2 shipments. Other months I'll only have 1 shipment depending on how many blocks I receive. That's how this is going to work. So, and it's called optional block, Teaquilts optional block drawing, because you don't have to do every month. And remember, when you're doing a drawing, it's a lottery. Everybody can't win. So don't get upset if you are not the winner when I go pulling these blocks. It's just a fun thing to do. A chance for you to win blocks from other people in other states. So far, I'm keeping it all as USA because I have to mail to the out of country, and that could cost $40, $50 a mailing. So yeah, this is just to the USA participants at this time because of shipping. And yeah, but you can opt to ship every, you can do a block every month. You could do more than 1 block. Some people did more than 1. It's up to you. But remember that this is a lottery. And if you want any information, you can contact me via email, teaquilts@teaquilts.com. She says that stripe look like cave. Nope, but it isn't. All right, so I showed you. Okay. Okay. I just had the one from Stover. It got moved. So what I'm going to do is move it completely from up here because I don't want to get them mixed up. So then I went to the next store, walk right in, and I see that the prices are great. This is at the Lake Quilt Shop. Again, the owner was in here working again. Prices of these fabrics $7.50 to $8, and they did have some that could have been 12 and $11.99 per yard. I skip over all of that type of stuff when I see fabric at other prices on the shelf, and they're not in the clearance section. They just have a large price range of how they sell their fabric. So this right here is all in the beginning. Well, not all of it. This one is A Groovy Garden by Jason Yenter for In the Beginning Fabrics. Is this screen printed? Because the selvage looks very thick. I can't tell. It feels smooth. But again, I'm just looking at black prints with color. Hexagons are one of my favorite shapes. I like hexagons and triangles. 60-degree triangles. I bought a yard of this. I guess $8. This one here is by QT Fabrics by Debbie Payne. It's just a stripe, nothing fantastic about it, but when I put it on a diagonal, it'll be a nice binding for some of these colorful quilts that I'm going to be making in the future. I bought a yard of it, $7.50. This next one, I found this fabric. Kevin fell in love with it too, but I think I might end up using it with some African print, so he just let me have it. Isn't that just beautiful? This one is an American in Paris. Andover Fabrics, pattern number 8270. Just really pretty. I bought what was left on here, so I did that for both of these. So one of them is 1 1/3. So they both cost $7.50 each, so it doesn't matter which one is which. So I'm gonna say that's 1 1/3. This one is 1 1/2. This Kevin found this one. It is just gorgeous. Kevin was the one looking at most of the black and whites. This is by Marcus Fabrics, and it's called Domino Duo Blocks. It's the name of it, I guess. 0949. Must be some other shapes in here when they do that. Called, and then I'm just going to show it up close a little bit, but just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And it's got like a texture behind it in the black. Just beautiful. Well done piece of black fabrics, both of these. Well done. And I spent $39.03 on these buttons right here. $39.03. No, you said you didn't even want the white one. Look at you. But I'll give you a 1/2 inch slice. You got them coming, Kevin. No problem. Give you a 1/2 inch. My husband came into the computer and said, "What is all the oohing and awing about?" It's tea fabric, I told him. Right. Hey, Sandy Agger. All right, so that's 2 shops. And then I must have gotten this county register. I got the county register in Stover, I think. All right, we're just going to take out the next batch. I have no idea if all this stuff goes together or not. I don't have a lot, thank God. We went to 8 shops. Next shop, I put it inside of the paper here in the fabric. I bought 1 piece of fabric. Well, I bought 1 real large button. I'm sorry. This is the City Edge Studio, and it is in Warsaw, Missouri. And quilters comes with strings attached. We all know that. I have been in the post office, been in the grocery store, looked down and just pants. If I have on sweatpants or something like that, just filled with strings. And I look down and go, oh my God, I'm looking crazy again. But I hold my head back up like, I own the place almost. What's the point? I know I got strings on me. I've been sewing. Had to make a quick run. This is that one time I bought fabric that was regular price, but I had been into, by this time, at least 50 shops, okay? In Missouri alone. Not 50 shops in my life, but 50 shops in Missouri. And I was seeing 108s priced up to $25.99 a yard. So I wasn't interested in buying anything. Even when I liked it, I found Kevin had pointed out some black prints with color. And I said, yeah, I see it. I noticed it. But I ignored it because I'm like, I'm not paying $26 a yard for some fabric. Well, I finally got to the City's Edge. I walked around their whole store. It was a really nice place. They used the old homestead that they gutted and rebuilt into a quilt shop, left some of the walls. And it's really nice. Everything in it is gorgeous, well done. And then they took the garage and they used that for their machine embroidery. And I think they may have other classes over there as well. But it was a really nice place. Had a big porch on the front. And I saw this fabric and I ignored it at first. I walked around the entire place. They had a decent sales section when you first walked in the door. Well, it's at their back door. Depends on which door you walked in. But I just didn't like anything there. You got to remember, it's the 20th of the month. They've been doing this for a month and a half. So their sales section is pretty picked over by now everywhere you go. But I just love this print. But I ignored it at first. And then when I walked around, I said, well, let me go see what it costs. Because I never did go over and price it because I figured it was going to be, another $25.99. And I wasn't going to do that. Let's see if I can find salvage information. It is called Circle Play. It's by Color Principle for Henry Glass. The pattern number is 8700. So it's very pretty. And I ended up I was going to get just 1 yard because that would be the equivalent of buying 3 yards at $18 because it was $17.99 a yard. But I went ahead and got 3 yards. I said, if I do put it on the back of a quilt, I can always use the cutoffs or, whatever I have left then in the front of quilts. But I just thought it was really pretty. And this is, like I said, there's very few times that I buy stuff at regular price. I'll go buy a pattern normally before I buy fabric at a regular price. So when I'm buying fabric at regular price, I couldn't find anything else to buy. They had a lot of stuff in there. Their prices were just $11.99, $12.99. Some of it was $13.99. I'd rather go buy 18 or $17, $17.99, $18 piece than to spend $13 for a 1 yard cut. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I opted to do. I still like the people there. I had a gift card that I was trying to use because I've been walking around with it for about 2 years. Sometimes I go places and they don't know how to enter them. The lady at the counter didn't know how to enter them. She actually called the owner over, and she was a young girl, and she came over and put it in for me. Nobody was frustrated and flustered about the fact that I had them doing something they didn't know how to do. The lady at the cash register got to learn something new. And so, I appreciate it. So, good tax added onto that, I spent $62.70. Yep, that's store number 4, I think, for buttons. um, this one, we went next to the White Flower Quilt Shop in Clinton, Missouri, and this was in their Main Street, like Main Street courthouse square type thing. And I wasn't thinking I was gonna be real impressed with this store just because of where it was located. We had to drive so far in the back roads to get to it, but pleasantly surprised when you open the door. The owner had all types of fabric in this establishment, had reproduction sections, boutiques, and they looked like they had 2 storefronts because you had 2 sides to it. It looked like they had leased or bought 2 spaces. And every type of fabric you can find in the back. She even had room that they could do classrooms for a small class. And yeah, really nice shop. I found we have one shop here that buys other types of fabrics, and she had those other types of fabrics, and I'll show you one of them in just a minute. But one of the things, well, let me show you her block because it's coming out. She says, yes, you need it. Yes, you need it. I had to go, what? So this is Clinton, Missouri. And what I bought was the fabric that was printed by Robert Kaufman this year for Missouri. I have this in the kit with a white background, so I just bought it in the gold background. I just thought, whether I do anything with this, it's a Missouri fabric, and I like just having a neutral Missouri fabric that I can use somewhere. And I don't know if I'm going to be using it on anything that I'm going to be working on, but I just wanted a yard of the fabric. Also from her, I got the You Need It, Yes You Need It license tag. She did this in 2017. I don't really care. My row by row that I'm like collecting for, I'm a collector of row by row information and blocks and stuff. So if I see a row by row kit or something like that, or a license plate, I throw that in. This was $7. That fabric, it doesn't have it itemized here. It doesn't have stuff itemized. Her system. So fabric probably was $12. This was $6. And then I was also shopping. This is another store. I was also shopping, and I told you all she had different fabrics. She had Japanese fabric. She had some African prints. Now, she didn't have a whole lot of it. It was like maybe 2 shelves full total. But I went through there and checked the price of all of her African prints, and I didn't get any because I'm like, well, technically I could get it cheaper than that, blah, blah, blah. And then I got to this bolt, and it said $3.16. So I get the boat because I'm like, well, maybe they just want to get rid of it, $3.16. So I get up there for her to measure so she can cut it, and she said, "How much of this you want?" I said, "I want all of it." I said, I said, "You all got it marked like you all don't want it." And then she looks at the price on the boat, and she says, "This shouldn't be $3.16." She said, "I need to go check the price on this." So she goes to the computer and checks. Apparently, in the computer is ringing up as $3.16 too. Somebody, I don't know if it was her, she's got a she was the one owner and there was another co-owner that wasn't in the store. So either she or the co-owner, somebody mismarked this fabric that should have been $9.99. She tried to tell me it was 14, but her other fabrics were up there for um $9.99 and up to $12.99. And she tried to tell me that this one was $14.99 and I wasn't buying it. Not with the other ones not being that high. So yeah, she said, and then she come back and go, well, I guess I'll have to sell it to you at that price. And then she said, how much you want? I said, all of it. But it was only 2 yards. So this is actually the wrong side because of the way it's folded here. But it is it's you can use this on the wrong side. It's just more vibrant on the other side. I can see the difference. So let me just show it to you on the wrong side so you can see the pattern. And then I will open this because it's one of those stripe things that changes. So here's one side. It has like circles here in the top, and it's a full circle on the other side. And then on the other side of this print, when you open it up, you have this right here. Very pretty. Just gorgeous. But she only had, most places, if they was over 1.5 yards, they just say you can have it for 1.5 yards. This one right here was 1 7/8, so she charged me 1 7/8 yards. She was gonna get every penny she could after it had. But at this point, the whole boat has been sold for $3.16. So yeah, miss a problem with the marking on that one. So no, that one's not for sale. And Rich, that's my type of price. I know Rich is a girl in here, but or a lady, but yeah, I was like, I want it all. It's not that much. And then we went to the next store was in Butler, Missouri, rocking chair quilts. Soft fabric, warm fabric, buy it by the yard. Happy fabric, pretty fabric. Here's my credit card. That's exactly what they use. Again, this is rocking chair quilts in Butler, Missouri. Again, I wasn't thinking I was going to be impressed just by this one. Was another shop that was in the main square of their main street square. And pulling up, I didn't think we were gonna be as impressed. They too had two businesses that they were using for a quilt. Well, it was wide. I don't know if they had two businesses. It didn't have like another side. It was just how they had it set up, but it was a pretty decent size. And the owner was there, and she was actually working, ordering fabrics and stuff like that. So we chatted with her just jokingly because Kevin was having an incident. I'll leave Kevin with that one when he do his haul. And it was pretty funny, and the owner got to laughing and everything. So another great way to run into an owner, not even knowing that you're talking to the owner at that time. So I had a hard time buying something there. They had lots of great things there. And when I go into a store, and by this time, when I'm at store number 6, I think I'm at right now, I start getting overwhelmed when I like everything. And then I have to hone myself in and say, you just need to buy one thing and be done so that you can support this store. So that's what I did. I went to a section where they had clearance fabrics, and it's not really a clearance, but this is Tim Holtz Holiday, and it was $9.99, so $10 for this 1 yard piece of fabric. But I got it because I thought it had great texture to it. And so I'm just going to open it up just a little bit so you can see it. And it will not be in a Christmas quilt. And then I'll give you the selvage information in just a minute. So it looks like wood grain, but with accents of red, like if you were color washing a barn or something like that. I thought that was really pretty. And the same thing, just more of the same here. And the information on the selvage is free spirit, electric elements. of course, by Tim Holtz. It's called Christmas Time, and the pattern is PWTH 168 wood grain. And I just thought it was really pretty, and I'm like, just buy something and get out. I can't remember what Kevin got. I think he got a pattern or something. So he bought something, and I felt like that was enough. I just had to get out of there. Everything I was touching was $50 and more. They had nice kits in there. They had quilts up on the top on both sides of the quilt shop. Everything up there hanging, I could have made. And I was like, okay, we're just getting out of here. We're just going to buy a piece of cell fabric and we're going to call it a day, because I couldn't concentrate in there. Kevin says he loved rocking chair quilts. Yes. Connie is here. Connie Olson says, good evening. What are those little squares from shops? Are they something new all over USA or regional? I like them. They're small. They are it's the All State Shop Hop is a organization that organizes all state shop hops, and they may not have gotten into your state yet, but believe me, they're working to get around to all the USA states. Missouri, this was the first year for the Missouri All State Shop Hop, and it started September 1st, ending October 31st. And each store has an independent square. They will not let two stores have the same square. So they even keep track of that. And they give you that if you're shop hopping. You have to have the magazine has your passport in it. So you have to have that. And then if you show that you're shop hopping, they give you that with your magazine. I mean, they give you that and give you your sticker for the magazine. They put the sticker in the magazine. So that's what that is. And then Kevin, that's right. And Kevin saw an ice cream place, a yogurt place, and I didn't even see it, but he saw it as we were passing it. And then Kevin says, well, we were going to get something to eat. And then when Kevin saw that, he goes, well, you want to get some yogurt or some ice cream? I said, sure, because he didn't know it was actually yogurt until we got in there. But it was so different because it was a self-serve yogurt place where you could pick your own flavor, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate chip, whatever, cookies and cream, whatever. And then you take it to them in the cup, and then they put the other toppings on it. And then they would mix it up with the mixer behind the counter. Or you can have it made into a shake, which is what we both did because we both didn't want to be bothered with spoons while we were driving. So it was just easier to make it into a shake. But that yogurt sure was good. And I just had plain strawberry. I don't like stuff mixed into my ice cream. I like my raisins and M&Ms and all that kind of stuff. I like them all separate by themselves. Don't go mixing that stuff up. I don't like mixed textures. Hey, Phyllis G. Good night, Vivian. And then we went to the next store. This was supposed to be store number 7, our last store for the day. But we were having such great time that we had 8 stores of the day. And this store is called Merc on the Hill. And Merc on the Hill, I can't remember how many years they said they were in business, but it's a cute building on a farm again. We pull up and I'm like, oh my God, I am not getting out of this car because they got 2 German Shepherds. Okay. And then we see a cat sitting in the sale fabric box that's set outside the door. He just sitting in there, don't made it his home. And then we look at the door to the entry place, and they had 2 little small dogs. They were just as cute as they could be. And I told Kevin, whenever I see dogs, Kevin gets out first, and Tijuana just sitting there waiting. When I saw that the dogs didn't even move, all they did was just perk their heads up, and you could see their ears were really up, the German Shepherds, to make sure that they paid attention to what was going on. And I think those were guard dogs because they must have been trained. As long as you were just going into the shop you were okay. But I think if you had stepped on that piece of grass, because they had a retainer wall, so they had to come around to get you, okay? But I think if you had went back and tried to walk on that grass, I think it would have been a whole nother story. But if I had gone there by myself, I probably would have never gotten out of my car, okay? I do not play with dogs. But got inside again, very nice owners, very friendly. Um, they had a lot of different types of things that were on sale. So I, of course, went and shopped the sale. They had this K Facet, not they had K Facet bundles, 20 fat quarters, as well as just Free Spirit, all various artists. And that's what I was wanting, was mixed artists, because of what I'm going to be working on. I told you all about a quilt pattern called East Meets West. I want to do that. And so this is some of the textures, and I'm not going to be able to show you this fabric, but it's got a lot of different textures in here. And that's what I was picking from my friend's stash. And so this is going to be more of that to go with that. And I could have used like my K facets for the quilt that I'm doing. I might use some of those, but I didn't want my quilt to be just a K facet quilt. I wanted it to be a mix of different things. And then their block, it was in Liberal, Missouri, Merck on the Hill, MERC, says it started out as a harmless hobby. I had no idea it would come to this. And this one's a little bit wrinkled here, but very, very nice. And this bundle was 25% off. So 20 fat quarters cost $65. So remember, I told you all, I try to do, if I can get $2 per fat quarter or less, that neighborhood. So this one would have been over $3 per fat quarter. So with it going on sale, and then this is with tax, I spent $51.53. So 20, I'm still a little bit over the two, but I got a mix of the artists that I want. And at least I got something that I wanted, not just buying something just because I did walk the entire store, and they had great things in there. It's a place I would go back to. It's not a place to be looking for sale stuff though. Like only thing that was on sale was the stuff that they had on the clearance. They had a good choice. And again, we're at the end of this shop hop, so I'm sure it was pretty picked over by then. But I would go back, but this is not a place if you're looking for a bargain per se. They got great fabrics, but you're going to pay for them. And then they gave us a coupon for 15% off our next purchase until when? December 31st. So that's what I got, was 20 fat quarters. And we talked a lot. She was interested in the Teaquilts retreat and all of that type of stuff. Interested in, me coming back again, teaching. And this is just from me wearing my shirts as I'm doing this journey. So, yeah. The next one and the last shop. And I got some more county registrars. And this block, the last shop we went to, shop number 8, is 9-patch quilt and fabrics. Quilt till you wilt. And it was in Nevada, Missouri. Right here. That's cute. Got the quilt coming out the flower pot. So that's that block. And again, now, this shop was in like one of those 10 buildings that you have. And so the AC unit was one of those more manual type AC units, like a window AC, but I don't know if it was hanging out from the outside. I can't tell you. But when you walked in, they had this recessed part in the ceiling and the fan was up in there. And I walked in there. It was hot outside. We had about 78, 80 degrees, very sunny day. And I walk in there and I'm like, Kevin, it's kind of cold in here. And then when I kept going into the store, because now that we're away from that recess area at the front, this big old blower fan or AC. It wasn't a fan, it was an air conditioner because it kept that whole place cool, okay? But that sucker was loud and it was blowing air. I said, this thing gonna blow me to the back wall. It was so cold on that side where the AC was, I couldn't even concentrate on that side. I had to go to the other side. And then on the other side, Kevin ended up finding it. One of us find the clearance section, and we tell the other one about it because they don't necessarily tell you when you walk into the place where the clearance stuff is. So I found the clearance section, and they had a really good clearance section. No, that's not. This is Maggie Pearl. So, okay, so I went into 9 Patch Shop in Liberal, Missouri. I didn't buy nothing then. I must not have bought nothing in Nevada. I didn't buy anything in Nevada. Right, Kevin? So Margie Pearls is the one. This is Margie Pearls because it's in here. And it says, you know that feeling you get when you complete all your UFOs and your sewing room is perfectly tidy? They go, me neither. Yeah, right. Me neither. Pretty block. And this one is in Bolivar, Missouri. So that one that I said, I didn't buy anything at the 9 Patch place, but this was Margie Pearls that almost blew me to the back wall. Oh, the 9 Patch is where he bought Christmas presents. Yeah, Merc on the Hill was, I did talk about the right store. I didn't buy anything at the other shop, and I don't know why. I don't know. I don't have any idea why. I can't even remember that store. So yeah. So I found a piece of, they had a sales section and it was like 2 whole sides. And it was about 2 or 3, it was 3 rows high, both sides almost were sale fabrics. And they had colored dots on them, and they had a marker sheets telling you what the prices of the different colored dots were. So I like when I can go into a shop and they have a large selection of clearance stuff, and it's not just the stuff that nobody wants. And so I could have bought 20 different fabrics easily from that clearance section, but this was the last store today and I'm very overwhelmed, and all I want to do is just support this store and not walk out of here with 20 yards of fabric or more. Okay. So I decided that I would again buy something that would go with my African prints, and so I found this piece of fabric in the clearance section, and it's all the same everywhere. I just thought with that gold accent, I wanted this piece that was silver, black with silver. I liked it better, but most African prints don't have silver in them. It's actually gold if you're going to get an accent. So I had to leave the silver fabric there because I didn't want to go overboard. And this fabric is by Timeless Treasures. The pattern is called Plume, and it is CM 8664. So that's what this is called. And they had 2 bolts of this. So I got the smallest bolt, and I thought it was going to be like 5 yards on it, but it was loosely wrapped. So it was looking like it was going to be more than it was. But I ended up spending $22.65. This was like about 3.5 yards of fabric. I think it was $7 a yard or $6.50 a yard, something like that. Because they don't have itemized. I don't like when I don't get itemized bills, but it is what it is. But there you have it. So all of this right here is what I got on the shop hop this time. I feel like I've done pretty good for 8 shops compared to last week's mess that we had. It was a mess. I was 3 bags deep last week. This time I took my Aldi's tote and used it so that I put everything in here and tried to contain myself. We're going to try to keep it all in here. I did not think I was going to be successful, but I made it. So I think I've done pretty good this time. For the most part, I got good bargains. Well, and I even got extra stuff up here. I got some of that stuff I still have from my quilt guild up here. But I think I've done pretty good this time. So I'll be emptying this back out. As I said, I am 13 shops away. There is no way I'm ever doing all Missouri shop hop again. And if I'm 13 shops away, I got to figure out a way for me to get those last 13 shops in. I mean, as I said, I may have to go somewhere and stay one night or something, but I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to one shop on Tuesday and just come back home. We got one shop that's on the southeast part of the state that is just sitting out there by itself, just one shop. It's over 3 hours away from the other shop on the back country roads. But if I do it from my house, I can get on 2 main highways and then just have one little portion that's on the back country road to get to it. It'll save me, it'll be the same time, but I'm not on back country roads for 3 hours. And so I think I'm going to do that instead of, because it's going to be the same amount of time if I do it from my home or do it from the shop hop. It's still going to be the same. So I think I'm going to do that one store by itself on Tuesday, since it's open on Tuesday. And then I guess Thursday and Friday, I'm going to try to get the other 12 stores on the other side of the state. So we'll see how successful I am with that. And if not, I may have to spend that third night and have Saturday shopping too. But at least I'll be over on the same side of the state if it works out. So yeah, so that's it for my haul. It's 9:31. We only got, well, yeah, we only got 29 minutes. Am I supposed to sew for 29 minutes? Jason talking about, this is why I had to stop quilt hopping. I was bringing home way too much stuff. Yes, it's some great stores in Missouri. And Rich says you're gonna need a vacation from all the shop hopping, T and Kevin. Yes. I was so tired today. I came home last night. I ate because I hadn't had my dinner. I had only, I think we ate McDonald's for breakfast, and then we ate the yogurt, and then we got we didn't eat, so I ate dinner when I got home, and it was already cooked, so it was no big deal. But I just had to microwave it. But yeah. I just looked online, and I guess Minnesota has a shop hop from April 1st to May 31st in 2023. I'm going to look at the info on it. Yes. It's interesting because you just got to get out of your own area, which we're so used to doing. I think in St. Louis, we travel in Missouri, period. I think we're one of those states that we'll drive 2 hours to go get what we want. And I go to other states and visit. If something is 15 minutes away, they say that's the other side of town. I'm not going. I'm like, what? I go 15 minutes in a heartbeat. I'm used to doing at least 30 to 45 minutes to go get what I want, So we're just one of those states that will drive and go get what we want. Kevin said, take the rest of the night off, Miss T. Right. Mona says, I missed the fabric haul, dawn. Yes, you did, Mona. I enjoyed all of your fabric hauls and the stories to go with them. Thanks, T and Kevin. Yes. And again, Kevin's going to save his stuff, put it aside so that he can, whenever we do the third Saturdays of the month, we come on at noon, Kevin and I, every month. And then he'll show his there. But those videos will be up for people that can't watch Saturdays at noon. We have a smaller turnout at that time. But people go back and watch the video when they get a chance, because that's Saturday, middle of the day. We know people that work have to do chores and all of that, but we still have a great time with each other. So love it. I'm living through the Mo shop hop. That's Remo. Yep. I've been having a great time. I've enjoyed. I was one that wasn't really gun ho on going to all of these shops, and I have been just pleasantly surprised at what I've seen. Like I said, it's, if I have not, like, I can't even in my head even pinpoint what 3 or 4 shops I wouldn't go back to, because they're not my style. I'm gonna have to go back and watch my videos to see what I bought to tell you which shops I recommend and don't recommend. In the end, I have to, I always do a wrap up video. This wrap up video is going to be hard. 70 stores. I got to go back and watch every last one of my upload videos so that I can um tell you which stores I recommend and don't recommend, because I can't even remember. I've been to so many stores, they're just a blur right now. I don't know how Kevin can keep track of all the details that go on, but he does. He's very good with that. Like real dry for fabric, right? And we haven't even tallied. Well, I know I've tallied, like, before this haul, I think I had probably spent about a little over $2,000. But again, I write a lot of this stuff off, so I'm not really worried about it in that sense. But that also includes gas and food, and we also had hotels and stuff like that. So a lot of people don't put into account when you're shop hopping, like, I got 12 shops. There's no way I can go to 12 shops in one day. So I am going to have to stay the night somewhere. And so people don't think about putting in the budget when you're shop hopping. Now you got to buy gas, and you may have to get a room somewhere. And I don't do motels. I don't do any buildings that have um, the doors on the outside. I have to go into a building that has an elevator with doors all on the inside. I don't do motels. I can't sleep in those, because you can hear all the stuff that's going on outside, right outside the doors, because the doors are right off the walkway. So I'm real particular about where I stay. So I have that issue. Um, do you participants have to pay to participate in the shop hop? Technically, no. What they don't tell you, what they tell you is that you need to buy a magazine in order to get the passport. The passport is in the magazine. The magazine costs $10. Now, I highly recommend that you buy the magazine, because it's got all the road maps telling you where all these places are by the regions that they're in. Also, in addition to that, so that's one reason. Number two is that you've got a listing of how many participating shops are, you got information on those shops all in one book. Um, Not all the shops participated, so you don't have all the shops in your state, but you got the majority of the shops in your state all in one book for $10. Number three, they got patterns in it. It's just like buying a quilt magazine. They've got patterns showing you how to make the quilts. They are using the blocks, they're using the fabrics that they produce for that shop hop. However, any of those patterns you can substitute and use any fabrics. You don't have to buy or do anything with the state stuff. Just make the pattern in your own fabric. So you've got patterns in that magazine. um what they don't tell you is that if you don't want to buy the magazine and you ask for just a passport, that they have to give it to you. But it's going to make it a lot more complicated for you to do that hop without having that magazine. The hop has all the information in it. The passport does have the shops that you can go to, but you don't have it on a map to show you how to lay out your route for going to those shops. So, yes, you can do it all and sit down at home and Google it all out if you want to, map quest it out, or whatever. But it's a lot easier just to get the magazine. And then it has all the shop hours and things like that. It's not going to be written on that passport. So, and some of the shop hours are special for the shop hop as well. Hi, John Hare. Sue says, more than the fabric, I love the descriptions of the shop and your experience. Yes. And that's the thing that I'm enjoying. Like, a lot of people are just running in and out. And they said it's not as many toward the end doing that, which is strange, because you would think people would be more stressed. But they said that it's been slower this week in the shop. I talked to a girl that works here at one of the local shops and said it was very slow this week, as far as people that were shop hopping, because they still have their regular customers that come in, but as far as shop hopping, it was been very slow. But I think the people that were Speedy Gonzalez trying to get it done, I think all of those people are out, and now the shop owners, they appear to me to be more relaxed as well, because I think people are now spending a little bit more time in their shops overall. Our house is full of children on Saturdays. I'm lucky if I can hear myself think. That's Melissa. You laughed so hard yesterday. You and Kevin made my day. Yesterday, like I said, Kevin planned this like afternoon on Thursday, and then I had all these things on my list that had to get done. um I was either I had made a post, I think it was Wednesday, about all the stuff that I was working on, and it was a lot of those things I had to make sure that I got checked off my list. Like I said, I did get Paula's quilt quilted. I just couldn't. I went outside trying to take pictures after 3, and it was all shadow cast over the whole quilt, so I couldn't get pictures. But I was trying to get all of these things ticked off my list, and then all of a sudden orders start coming in through my website. And I'm one of those people that I know I'm going to be gone. I don't like orders sitting long, so I'm up. I was up to 3 o'clock trying to make sure everything was taken in account for. And then I had to talk my husband. He must have heard me walking around, and he knew that I wanted him to drop packages off at the post office. So he was trying to make sure he knew where the packages were that I wanted him to drop off. So we talked about that. And then I said, I'm going to go lay down because I got to meet Kevin at 5:30. I'm thinking I said I gotta leave the house at 4:30. I never said 5:30. I said I gotta leave the house at 4:30. Well, I sat down, started watching YouTube, because I'm like, it's a waste of time for me to go to sleep. And I'm watching YouTube, and then 4:15 comes, and I say, girl, you are so stupid. You're supposed to be out of the house at 4:30, not meeting Kevin. I mean, not meeting Kevin at 5:30. You're supposed to be out of here at 4:30. So for some reason, I thought I was supposed to get up at 4:30 and leave at 5:30, but that wasn't true. So I was then running around trying to get myself together. Um, and Kevin is talking about um. Oh, they talking about that video, him and Remo talking about me yesterday. I was so slap happy though. And then when Kevin pulled that camera out, I was trying to clean it all up. I was a hot mess. I was making up stories about Lincoln and everything. I was just gone crazy, okay? And I had Lincoln, I had that the state of Illinois are thieves. They stole Lincoln from us. Lincoln was really born in Missouri and all this. I mean, I had a whole story as we was driving down the road. I went from Lincoln to something else, and next thing I know, boy, I was just cracking up, laughing so hard. Kevin was just looking at me like I grew a second head. He's laughing. He's trying. Will you just stop? I'm trying to drive. Will you stop? And then he pulled out the camera, and I was like, I saw him getting his camera, and I was like, I was cleaning up. I was a hot mess. You think I was funny there? I was really messed up, but I was slap happy. Um, wait a minute. Somebody says, what was that? No motels. I feel you. I think that's where I was. And then Silverita is asking which magazine. It's the Shop Hop magazine. It's not a magazine that you can buy until they give it to the stores to put out. And most times it might be like a month before your Shop Hop, something like that. I don't know when they put it out. I just get it at my first store. But this time Betsy actually bought it for me as a birthday gift. So it was out for my birthday, July 28th, and our hop was October. So July, August. So it was about a month, 6 weeks before, something like that. If you haven't already, guys, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. I appreciate it. Darcy finna go look up the Minnesota shop hop info, so that's good. And you know what? They all have a Facebook group too, and it'll be the All Minnesota Shop Hop. So start looking for that to see, so you can join the group. And when you join the group, you'll be getting information, and they'll be letting you know when that information is out and available to people. Rima says her dad has surgery on Monday. Keep him in prayers. I got a call from doctor. And Mrs. T and Kevin made me laugh. I stopped crying. Oh. But prayers for you and your family, Remo. And Kevin to my Lordy Lord. You should have heard all the heard all the tall tales Miss T was telling. Yep. And I knew I was making them up, but I was just going for it anyway. Stress cleaning my sewing area. Yes, I understand. Good night, Delia. Thank you so much for coming. Liz here says Shop Hop in Southeast Michigan is November 3 through 12. They're including fiber arts, paper crafts, and quilting. It's a little different. That was a Shop Hop during the summer 2022. Wow. So, yeah, that's different than the all-state Shop Hop. What company sponsors them is the event? I don't know. All state Shop Hop is all I know. They started with the one in Iowa, and they've been working their way to getting other ones done. And they got very good sponsors too. So that's another great thing, is that they've got great sponsorship. I forget which one of the fabric manufacturers it is, but they giving out something big in every region. They even have challenges, like if you find something and you take a picture with it and you put it in a face group. Kevin and I haven't been doing that. But if you find something, you put it in a Facebook, and then they put you into a drawing, and then they have winners for stuff like that too. So, but I have no idea. T making it up. That's hysterical. Yep. And I mean, I'm telling the tall tale about Lincoln, and you know you making it up, but I'm gonna tell him, and he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, you didn't know? And then as we rolling, I see something. I go, he's right. He's right. He was right there. And it would have been like an auto shop. Oh my God. It was a mess. Yep. To my Billy May and Earl. My name was Billy May. Kevin's name was Earl. Oh my God. And my daddy name was Billy with a Y. And I was supposed to be a son. And he was telling my mama that you gonna name her or him, still calling me a boy, him, Billy May the Third, Roman numerals, okay? So my mom, not Billy May, but Billy the Third, but my mom named me Billy with an IE. I was just making up stuff all the way down the road, okay? And I was from Bama. Earl had to lead Billy May around, literally. Yep. That is someone saying I love it. I'm gonna have to do that with my kids. We walked into the that was the story right before we got to the White Flower quilt shop, and that was a little older lady standing on the corner. I think she was probably had just gotten her hair done, and she was waiting probably for somebody to come pick her up or something. And Kevin and I out there clowning about Earl and Billy May so bad that I think we scared her. She's like, what in the world is going on? I just look, Maryland has 22 shops. Now, sometimes when they have small number of shops, sometimes they will make it so that they combine states. So if they saying that Minnesota only has a Maryland, oh, she's saying Remo says Maryland has 22. Sometimes they combine states because I think Kansas is being combined with, I want to say Oklahoma. I'm not sure which one at this point because I know I'm not doing that. That's too much. That little lady was visibly shaken by Earl and Billy Mae. Right. We were a hot mess. I think we got to this shop quicker than we thought we were too. We had been on the back rows for so long, and then all of a sudden it just pops up like that. So Connie says, good night. Hope you all have a nice week. So good night, everybody. Indiana has 76 shops, and that's the problem. We got 70 that are participating, and they never limit the number of people that wants to participate. So that's 76 shops that are participating. Yeah, if they had all the shops that were participating in the state of Missouri, I don't think we would have ever finished. Good Lord. Planning the incognito shenanigans, then the premeditated shenanigans. Yep. A lot of people are sending prayers to Remo, so thank you guys. So, yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to get some sleep Wednesday night. So I won't have anybody. What I do when I'm by myself, I just crank up the music real loud, and then if I feel like I'm getting sleepy, which I normally don't. If I'm driving, if I'm a passenger, it's a different story. But I gotta make sure I get sleep. So I'm gonna be making sure I stay up. I go to bed. What was that? Tuesday night, so I can change my sleep schedule, hopefully. So this week's going to be one of those least productive weeks again. Goodbye, June. Again, next Wednesday will be the block drawing for the optional block. We've got 40 blocks right now, I think, if I counted correctly. I'm sending prayers of healing to God and your father. God for your father. I'm sorry. I'm reading backwards. Yeah, ha on the sleep, right. And when I know I need to go to sleep, that's when I'm wide awake. Thank you, Miss T. Good night. Good night, Teresa. Thank you so much. So it's almost time for me to, it doesn't feel like Saturday to me. I don't know why right now. But we're going to get off of here. And I am going to talk to you guys later, I guess. I'll see you all Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for regular chat. I'm not upset at all about not having the sew, but I do need to press that my not today. I still haven't pressed that. I did lay it out at club meeting today so that I got my corners. I came home, found my corners. I got my corners on so the fabrics are not touching. So things are all gonna be looking good with that. But I just need to sew these final seams so I can be done with not today. I guess I need to do that between Sunday and Monday since I'm not going to be here the rest of the month, right? So, C Joy Creation says, good night, everyone. Thanks for the haul. Have a blessed week. Thank you so much. Good night, T, and all my quilting friends. It was nice chatting with you all. Bye for now. And Paula S. also saying good night. So, Susan Baker saying good night, T, and everyone. Hey, Susan. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go. We're gonna get out of here like 7 minutes early. It's okay. I'm gonna I gotta finish. I gotta get dinner. I think I haven't had dinner, so I'm gonna do that, and I probably just sit back, watch a little bit of television, and then figure out what I'm gonna do from there. Because I gotta edit a video. Still gotta get some orders out. So I got a few things I gotta do. So thank you all, everybody. Y'all stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out. See you Wednesday.